Hi guys, I am back. Whew. As you can see, let me turn you. As you can see, it stopped. Okay, let me get my stuff out of the way so I can let y'all see the finished product. All right, we can take this off. No steam coming out, right? Take that off. Sit them over there. Gonna open this. Lift it away from you like this. You see that steam coming out from under there? That will burn your skin off. Alrighty, we're gonna take this and I'm gonna sit it right there. Alrighty. Here they go. Here they go. See, they're still cooking. They smell so good, but they still be cooking. If y'all listen, you'll hear them start to ping, I hope, before. Did you hear that? Dang it. Be quiet, Nancy. Did you hear that ping? Did you hear that? That's how you know they're sealed. They make that noise. They do that little ping. That is it. Look at them. They're still cooking in the jar. See it? Is it not amazing that you can put up your own food? I mean, we're going to have to do it anyway. So, guys, these sit overnight. You don't touch them anymore. You know, if the lids are real loose, you just leave the lids loose until tomorrow. Everything will be set, and then you could just label them. You did them today, so tomorrow after they cool, you put the 12th on there because that's when you did them, and then you just put them away. Find somewhere and put it up. And you do not put it up with the rings on them. So it's so important that you leave the rings on now, and tomorrow morning they will be cold, and then you can just take the rings off, check the lid to see if make sure it's sealed. And if it's not sealed, hey, you got something to eat. But hopefully all of them are sealed. But if they don't, I still have a bowl of soup in the refrigerator. They will be added to my soup. And I wanted to show you, these are my dehydrated potatoes. I've been doing them for 2 days. So this is what they look like when you finish with them. For them to keep that color, you have to, once you slice them up, you have to blanch them, let them sit in boiling water for like 5 minutes. And then you take them out, and then you put them in cold water. And then from there, you put them on the dehydrator trays. And the rest is history. Check on them so you won't burn them, but check on them after for maybe 10 hours and see if they still got any flexibility in them. If they still got a little bend in them, then you want to put them back in. Let me show you one. I think, where's my arm? Oh, there's my arm. I think these are ready, but see if they got no, they still got a little bend in them. See that little bend in them? If they're not just snapping apart, then they are not ready. But anyway, it goes once you get them, you can put them in the Mylar bags or you can put them in the vacuum seal bags or you can put them in the jars like I did. So I got them in these. And I'm going to definitely put some in Mylar bags and put the oxygen absorber in there with them. And then we're just going to go from there. So, guys, now it's the time for you to be getting your stuff. Please get you something put up. Start you something. If the Lord has put it in your spirit that you need to be gathering, that you need to be storing up some food, then you need to store up food. I mean, anything you're going to have some lighting. Look at getting a generator, getting solar or get gas, or make sure you got duct tape. You never know. Electrical tape, Q-tips, baby oil, peroxide, alcohol, bandages, Band-Aids, what do you call that thing? A sling, just in case you mess up your arm, or a back brace, pain medication like over the counter stuff. And Dollar Tree has a lot of that. He has it. Go through there, grab your vitamins that you need, everything. They got everything in there. They got those disposable washcloths. I mean, they have them in, I think they come in a pack of 12 to 18, but they've got everything in that. Baby powder, Vaseline. You're going to need Vaseline, lotion, hand sanitizer, deodorant, everything. You're going to need everything. Before it's over with, we're just going to be looking at something we ain't never seen before in our lives. And it's been coming for a while, guys. It's been coming. And I tell people, tell family, and then family tell other people. And well, some of my family does, because some of my family, they don't. But everybody just going to have to see for themselves. But I'm trying to tell people. So the more people that you tell, the more people can tell other people. And if they don't believe you, I don't know. The Israelites didn't believe either. And then when God sent, he was sending Isaiah, he was telling them, I'm sending you to somebody that does not speak another language. They speak the same language you do. But the problem is I'm sending you to some hard-hearted, stiff-necked people. People are hard-hearted, they stiff-necked. Everybody's set in their own ways. And that's sad, because when it comes down to heaven or hell, if you don't live the hellish life, hell may just be your home. So you're going to listen to somebody. And you need to listen to somebody that's trying to tell you that things are going to get bad. They have already started, and it's going to continue. It's going to continue. There's no smoothing it. People that have been lying to us for years that we're not in a recession, that things are not going to get bad, things are getting better, things are leveling off. Things are not leveling off. Things are not going to get better. Things are going to get worse. So you're going to have some food, whatever you like to eat. Make sure you got you some seeds to start those seeds in the house. You can put them in a aluminum pan, or you can put them in a box with a garbage bag under them. Start some seeds so they'll get big enough that you'll be able to put them in something outside to grow you something, or grow it in your garage. Grow it somewhere, anywhere that there's a spot where you can put it. My kitchen is a workable kitchen. Workable. That means I don't have time to have my kitchen set up all beautified. I have 4 chairs and a table in here, which is nice, but I still have other things in my kitchen that I do. I'm not concerned about the beauty. I'm concerned about getting stuff situated for later on. The pretty days are over. We're going to have to do something or else. Why? He said, just like the lepers sitting outside the gate, they said, why sit we here while we die? So they made up their minds. Why are we going to sit outside this gate and starve to death? I know we got leprosy, but we need to make up our mind. We're going to get up and go in and get us something to eat. So why are we sitting back and just looking and listening to people and not doing anything. The ball is in each and every one of our courts. We're going to have to get something together, because we're going to have to, those that the Lord has been talking to, because you're going to have to help other people. You're going to have to help your family members, because you know you got 5 or 6 of them that do not believe. You're going to have to help the elderly. You're going to have to help the homeless. You're going to have to help everybody that the Lord puts in your spirit for you to help. You're gonna have to help them. So if He put it in your spirit for you to start doing some kind of pantry, in your house, all of us have a pantry. I have a pantry. I got my, you got food in there. You put it in there every time you go to the grocery store. So if you got one, just add a little extra to it, because I'm telling you, we're going to have 7 years of plenty, and we're going to have 7 years of leanness. Lean, that means you're not going to have much. It's going to be things that you're going to be looking for that you're not going to be able to buy. And if you find it, it's not going to be $1.12 anymore. It'll probably be up that $20, $30. Can you imagine paying $20 for a little bottle of sage? Grow your own sage. I grow my own sage, basil, thyme, my peppermint, my mint, my cilantro. And I won't have to go to the store and pay no $20 for some, because the prices are gonna go up. They're going up now, and they're sneaking them up. Have y'all noticed? They're sneaking it up like a couple of pennies here, a couple of pennies there. But then when they get out there and bing bang boom, the prices are gonna go up. Guys, find you somewhere where you can start your herbs in the house. Get your plant started for next year. All you need is a couple of aluminum pans. Put holes in one, put it inside another, pack dirt in there, make the little holes down each row, label it so you know what that is, and sit it somewhere where it's warm. Make sure you keep it watered. I cover mine up with saran wrap to make a little incubator. And then once they start to coming up, they get a certain height, I take the plastic, the saran wrap off, so they can get air and sit them in the sun, so they can start stretching toward the sun and growing. It's simple as that. If you throw it in some dirt, it's gonna grow. If it don't grow, the seed ain't no good. But if you throw it in some dirt, it's gonna grow. I grow all of my food in grow bags and raised beds. We didn't dig up the dirt for anything. All I did was, I think it was harder work doing the raised bed. But either way it go, I did raised beds, put them out there, and I've started one raised bed with just putting the seeds out there in bulk, labeling them, so that way when the collard green slips get a certain height, I can go and work those out of the dirt and put them in a up pot container and let them sit and continue to grow in there until they get to the age and size that I can take them right back to that same dirt and put them back in that same dirt with a little fertilizer so they can continue to grow. But guys, do something. Put up some non-perishables. You're gonna need stuff that helps the body. You're gonna you get canned meat, like salmon, fish, mackerel, sardines, chicken. If you like pork, beef, they got sausage in the can, and they even have bologna in the can, guys. And if you're a bread eater, learn how to make your own bread. Go on Amazon and order the we call them the wheat seed. They sell it in like 25 or 50-pound bags, and then just mill your own flour, mill your own meal for cornmeal, whatever. And then start making your own bread. At least you know what's in your own bread. I make my own bread. I make homemade roll, biscuits. I make homemade cinnamon roll. So know what's in the flour and stuff that you use. Get back to that. It's plain and simple. You'll be more healthier. You don't have to worry about you done ate something and then the next morning you can't get up out the bed because you're sore and stiff. It's because of the stuff that's in the food. So start doing your own canning, If I hadn't canned these, I would have cooked them and I would have put them on that dehydrator, because I've dehydrated pinto beans, corn, peas, green beans, what is that? Carrots, sweet potato. I mean, everything that you like to eat it's at your fingertips. Started to grow, and now this is October. By the end of December, your plant should be about like this. It should be about that size. And then you could put them in a grow up pot. Just like I got to go out there and check and see how big those cabbages and things are that I got out there planted in bulk. Now I just threw them in there. I said, well, when they come up, I know what to do. Pull out the big ones, leave the little ones, and let them continue to grow up. I even threw a patch of turnip greens out there, and I took my mustard greens and growed them in one of those big tubs. They're big enough to eat. So probably for dinner tomorrow, we're gonna have some fresh greens out of the backyard. But guys, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to continue to tell your family, tell everybody. Guys, share the video with somebody that's out there interested in learning how to can. This is not going to be my only video. I'm going to start doing them regularly with different things. We know how to do the kidney beans now. Then we'll go to something else. We'll go to, like, if we want to create a soup. If everybody want to create a soup, let me know. We can create a soup and put it in a jar. You raw pack it, or you can cook it and then put it in hot jars, or either way it goes. But you're gonna have to do something. If you buy rice in bulk, make sure you take that rice and put it in the freezer for 3 days to kill the weevils in it. The same with cornmeal and flour. Put that in the freezer. I put my beans in there as well. I know ain't nothing in the beans, but put it in there. I put it in there anyway. And then once the 3 days is over, take it out, sit it on the counter, and let it come back to room temperature. Then you can put it up. Just like I showed you, you can put it in Mylar bag. You can put it in mason jars. And they make the half-gallon ones too. I ran out, so I had to put them in quart jars. But you can put them in jars, seal it with the oxygen absorber, or you can get one of those seal meal things that I showed you earlier. Where did I put it? I know where it is. Hang on. Get you one of these. This one is called can you see that name? Teculic. I got it at Amazon. And all it is it fits on the top of the jar. It fits on the top of the jar without the ring on it, and it sucks the air out, and it's sealed. All you gotta do is date it, find somewhere to put it, and it's so simple. It is. And I know dealing with a pressure canner, once you learn, the only thing you need to do is go back and look in the ball book. Look in this book, and whatever you want to can, they have different times. Say like this, these were 75 minutes. Pinto beans are 75 minutes. Butter beans are 75 minutes. Green beans are, I think, 20. Potatoes are 35. All of it is in this book. Different different temperatures, but it all with different times. 75, 10, 35, 20. It'll tell you in here, it tells you step by step through in here, step by step. I didn't know what a PSI was in school because I didn't like math. I didn't even care. Now my son will tell you PSI. He can sit down here and talk to you about that all day. And I'll be just looking at him like, how you know that? He go, what? It was in our math, but I didn't care. Algebra was as far as I wanted to go. It was. In college algebra, I thought I was going to pull my hair out, but I made it out with a B. But like I said, these are ready. They're going to cook. they're still cooking. You see the bubbles, they're still bubbling. And you see, when I had it at the I had it at 1 inch was where it's supposed to be. And then when it finished cooking, you see how it goes a little lower than it was. But they're gonna be good in whatever I want to put them in. Well, I want to put them in some soup, make some chili, or just eat them like that. Because, like I said, I like kidney beans, and kidney beans are good for your kidneys. So, if you want, cook them and put them in jars, or put them in freezer bags, put them in your freezer. If you got that much room in your freezer, I'm happy for you. But put them in something. Can them up, cook them and dehydrate them and put them in a Mylar bag or put them in a mason jar or whatever. Just long as you got them in something. Just long as they're somewhere and you got some food, because guys, it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough. The Lord's been talking to me since the latter part of 2008, 2009, growing a garden, that you need to start a garden. And the reason for it was he told me that because there was a famine coming to the land. So I go back in my journals every day and I look and I read, and something else has come to pass. So I need us all on board with this. Anybody that's interested, I'm going to be putting up different videos like throughout the week. I'll pick a day and I just jump on. I don't know anything about giving somebody notice. All I do is jump on there and start just going, "Hey guys, hello," So that's what I'm going to start doing, because you need to get this. You need to get this. You need to learn how to make your own jelly. You know how to make it, and you don't have to use the pectin. You can make apple jelly without pectin, blackberry, blueberry, plum. You can make it all without jelly. All you're doing is, if for apple, you just cutting up those apples and you wash them and cut them up and put them in that pot of water, just a water over it, and then cook them till they get to a mush. And then you're gonna put them in a colander with some cheesecloth and let all of that apple juice run out. And then put the apple juice back in the pot. Add your sugar, and it's not as much that way. It's more when you use the Sure-Jell, but it's not as much with the what's called. You just use a cup of sugar per cup of juice that you use. But either way it goes, guys, this is the finished product. I showed you how to open this without opening the towards yourself, because that steam will mess you up. And I got some other stuff I'm finna get started here in the kitchen, and I will get with y'all. If y'all don't know the things that you need to get in order to start canning, just just send me a message on this YouTube channel, and I'll get back with you. But we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to do something. Every time you go to the store, pick up something. Every time you go in Walmart and places like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, or wherever. Every time you go somewhere, grab something that you think you might need. Go to Harbor Freight. Look at some of the things that Harbor Freight has. Now Harbor Freight got everything in there, from just a regular old pocket knife to a machete. I mean, whatever. Because you're gonna have to be able to protect yourself. You're going to have to be able to protect what you have. You're going to have to be able to stand your ground. People are getting crazy. They were getting crazy during the flood. The people on the mountains didn't have anything. So there was some stuff. Y'all see movies, and those movies are just a precursor. And just like this new viruses and those new plagues and stuff they're putting out there. They're putting them out there. They're coming out of a lab. I knew the big C came out of a lab, and I'm going, somebody's lying. That came out of a lab, because when we think about it, it was everywhere at one time. Notice that. If you go back and look, it was everywhere at one time. I go, well, it couldn't have been everywhere at one time unless somebody put that out there that was manufactured. So, and then it finally came out that it was manufactured. So, guys, get yourselves together. Get your spirit man. together so while you can listen to what the Spirit of the Lord is telling you that you need to do. I don't care how crazy it sounds. If it's pertaining to things of God, then you need to move in the things of God that He is telling you spiritually. We got too much time on our hands, and all we need to do is sit back and listen instead of watching TV. Instead of us getting involved in other stuff, go somewhere and read. Go sit down somewhere and get quiet where you just want to just sit and listen. But you're going to have to do something. All of us got to do something. I've been doing this for, oh my God, when my children were little, I was doing this. I kept the cabinets, I kept everything, because I knew that something was coming. Even when they were young, food would fall out of the cabinet. You just had to force it in the freezer. The big freezer in the refrigerator, it was everywhere. Spices and everything. Cabinets just stocked to the nine. Because I knew something was coming then. I would try to tell people then, but nobody wanted to listen then. Try to tell people now. People think I think I know everything, and I don't know anything. Nothing. Except the Lord wake me up in the morning and He touched my mind. I'm just a bassy bug. But if I hear it, I got to tell it. For a long time, I didn't tell what I heard. That's because I was not taught. Nobody was interested in teaching females. They were caught up on that. Women don't do this in the church. Women don't do this. You know, understand what I'm saying? So God taught me. I'm giving people what God gave me. And we need to get something. If you don't like kidney beans, you don't have to do kidney beans. I mean, whatever bean you like. I like all beans. A bean is a bean. It's a bean. It's a bean. They have magnesium. They have protein. And you're going to need protein. You're going to need it. So, guys, this is the finished product. I know I done got on my little rant. I am so sorry. But I really want us to make it. I want us to get over there with God and get back in a relationship with Him if we don't have one. And I want us to know how to take care of ourselves. This is just a part. Like I said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be doing different things so that we will all be on the same page. If you got questions, put them in the little chat box. And you know, I do not take donations because I am comfortable. I don't have a cent, but God has never told me to take any money. That's why I haven't put up anything. I haven't put up no Cash App, no Venmo, nothing. I do this out of the goodness of my heart because I want people to be able to eat in the hard times. I want them to be able to take care of themselves in the hard time. And I want you to get that relationship with God so why God can be leading and directing you in which way to go. So I'm going to get off. I got a couple more things in my kitchen that I've got to do. But guys, share the video. People that are interested in canning. And it doesn't have to be this bean. It doesn't have to be this bean. It could be a pinto bean. They're done the same way. Soak them overnight. Get up in the morning, wash them off and rinse them. And then put them in a pot of boiling water and blanch them for like 30 minutes. And then next thing you know, you get your water ready to put over them, the boiling water. And you scoop them out of the pot, put them in the jar, put the water on them. Make sure you got an inch head space on each one. And wipe the lids off with the vinegar paper towel. Make sure you put your salt in. You got to have pickling salt or kosher salt. One of the two. You can't put regular iodized salt in there. That'll change the color of the jar. And you see I put that vinegar in there and see my jar thing come out cloudy. So the vinegar that you use when you're wiping the rings off, pour that little bit in the water and your jar so you can see straight through your jars. It looks pretty good, don't it? I'm proud of myself. But y'all have a blessed evening. I'm gonna get off. I got 3 different things going on in the kitchen now, and I need to go and right now take care of one now because I think it's time for me to take those pineapples out because I'm dehydrating some pineapple. That way I can put the rest of those potatoes in there. But guys, have a blessed one. Got any questions? Just put them in the chat box.